And then
Loser side of top 8 is starting to round itself out, by the way. Sweaty Jim took me out to get into top 8.
formerly Dexter, if you follow any other
Oh,
Smash games.
Silver PC did beat Linger, and they're playing right now. Prince Kirby will play the winner if Shinjobi is down for the cause and the other side of Losers top 8. But we got something else on our screen right now.
And that's a Joker putting in some work. The advantage to this character looks kind of nuts, but he
So-
also looks technical.
I asked Zubat, who was a Sheik main throughout most of Smash 4, a little bit of Robin as well, how he was feeling about new Sheik, referring to the buff Sheik, and he was like, oh, Joker? So I think that shows you how he feels about it.
It's a somewhat fair comparison, except for this part. This part becomes Limit Cloud, and it's terrifying.
Limit Ganondorf.
Old Ganondorf.
Yeah, no, but like basically his forward air is like Ganonair, but with frame data.
Yeah.
And honestly, the frame data on Ganonair isn't that bad. It's better here.
Yeah, it's just that the damage output is ridiculous. And then also the knockback, it's absurd.
Also,
plus he gets that.
Oh, he couldn't hold it long enough.
No.
With the drift, also.
Yeah.
Joker can be really hellish to fight off stage.
And we just saw that Crash Bomber's not a great option against Joker because you're going to give him.
I gave him a ton of that meter.
Rebellion meter.
Yep.
Because he's a rebel.
I've been calling Joker's forward smash just Falco forward smash ever since he came out. So it's almost exactly the same to me. And that's a great tool.
No, it's very well spaced. The frame data is good, and it kills like really early, especially in a Rebellion mode.
Man, this side B, the projectile and limit, is
20%.
so hard to deal with.
Just 20%.
In Persona mode, what is it technically even called? I forget.
I've actually forgotten.
And that looks like
when he awakens Arsene.
That looks like he gets Ridley's Nair with Arsene. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Which is about as good of an edgeguard tool as you can find in this game. So.
And Leffen was showing off that if you short hop that side B, the Aegon, you actually get to drift really well afterwards. So you can use it as an approach option, and if you see they're going to shield it, you can back off.
And you mean the powered up, the Persona one?
The regular one. Both of them.
Yeah.
But you can't follow up off to the Persona one because it hits you so hard.
Yeah, right.
Like it sets up for juggles nicely. Not going to set up for follow-ups.
Yep. But Yeti, too clean right now. He's not too afraid of this Joker.
But up till he's at 190%.
I also think of all the characters, especially around the top tier, I don't think there's anybody with a better recovery to deal with this stuff than Mega Man.
Explain yourself.
Because he has so many options, can hold his up B, is okay with taking a weak hit at certain points. But he will be able to, whereas characters like Wolf and Fox who have interceptable linear uppies, they're just going to get hit by Arsene back air fair, and both of those moves will kill you very early. They will. And also the intangibility granted on Joker's up B makes it really hard for those characters to kind of try and trade. Or like, you know, sometimes either Wolf or Fox will try and get them caught in the up B startup, right?
Sure.
So you can't really do that to him.
But we do have 99% on Zubat. Yeti really pulling away here. And as you said, perhaps just well equipped to deal with it. He's been, unless he's been getting a raw hit with the Arsene mode Joker, Zubat really hasn't been able to find any way to take the stock.
Also, the Metal Blade is a great option to keep Arsene off of him. Yeah, Transcendency, I think, is pretty important here.
Because camping out Arsene is a very real strategy.
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
He doesn't get a speed buff or anything. You just can start to keep him out. Forward tilt was how he took the last stock.
But the thing is, you have to be careful about retreating the ledge because of this, and then he just takes all that stage position you're recovering against that thing. Can you tell that Vega edgeguarded me a lot last night with this character?
Yeah. But we have even stocks, not even percents. I imagine we'll see a lot of forward airs out of Yeti pretty soon. Looking to trade with the Aegon?
That sounds right. Shout out to 2 commentators here who have not played Persona 5, I'm assuming.
No, I have not.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't played a Persona game. I mean, they look cool, but
I think
the
it's
90-hour investment is a little bit intimidating, not going to lie.
No, it looks super fun, though.
Oh, and that was actually pretty terrifying because I think that forward smash with Max Rage could have killed Mega Man.
It's real strong. I would not have bet my life on it, but Yeti's willing to. Beat it out, takes the win, and shows that you really can't slack off against this character. He's got the damage output, and with that Arsene mode.
The thing that I think is really scary is when Arsene gets a kill early in the meter, and then he's just sitting there with that the whole time, and you can't just wait it out by sitting in your invincibility because the invincibility timer is pretty much the same. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but I know it's really close to the same if you drop down immediately or if you just sit there. So that's not a viable strategy to camp this out. I think the better strategy is use your invincibility to get a grab and waste some time off stage.
Get some disadvantage, because Joker's advantage or disadvantage state isn't great. Like, he's got some landing options, but not too many. He doesn't have the movement options of a lot of other characters.
True. His aerials seem pretty good landing, though.
So if you have a Discord, if you have a Tornado, something like that, you have options to juggle him.
I felt like projectile characters were much better at dealing at him within than brawler types when I was playing last night.
Appropriate FD choice, but I agree, especially because the Aegon and the Aegon. I think I said the same thing twice, but regardless, it gets beat out by hitboxes. So things like Gordo and Gyro and projectiles will just eat it and then continue through it if they've got a hitbox.
Sword Fighter, Chakram, and Gale Strike as examples.
For sure.
Yep. But it's a strong start here for Zubat. And yeah, I know Zubat is excited about playing a character with a similar kind of neutral with Sheik. He said he had 1,000 hours in training mode on Smash 4 Sheik. And it's just like, where did that all go? You know? And maybe this is a chance to start using it again.
Yeah, he is a lab monster. He's very good at getting ridiculous combos, and he struggled with neutral for a very long time, which is where Sheik carried him. And this might be a good answer for him, especially with the added kill power. He's decent for 1 or 2 good reads a game.
Especially, though, also, let's not forget, through playing characters like Smash 4 Robin. Oh, that hurts. He
take that trade, though.
Yeah, I guess. But Zubat he played a lot of Smash 4 Robin towards the end of that game and played a lot of Smash Ultimate Zelda at the beginning of this game. And so, characters that are very different from Sheik, and hopefully this seems like an interesting time for him to be able to meld it all together, right?
But it's definitely been putting in work if he got this far. That being said, he's not get this far on the back of just Joker. He was using the Zelda. I think I would solve
a lot of Shulk.
Yeah.
But he says he's feeling unsure about Shulk, even though he knows it's a good character. So,
yeah, some good characters are meant for you. You have to find someone that matches your playstyle, or else you're fighting against that the whole time. Good roll-in. That forward smash covered both the other ones. The big blue color.
Big blue.
Aegon. So I was right for that one.
Aegon is the Persona side B. I think it's just Aegon.
Aegon?
Yeah.
Or Aeon, maybe?
Oh, yeah, one of the two. Chat? Brian?
Help.
Oh, yep. He tried to down B, and that's just a Shoryu waiting right there for you.
Especially when Yeti's reaction time with his DI.
Yeah, we got Z-Catch Metal Blades.
Reminiscent.
It's such a good ledge trap on FD. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of meter.
Yep, got it right back.
There he is.
More because he's behind. So everything about that meter builds more when you're behind in both percent and stock.
Man, any character with a messed up meter like that is good. I don't want to hear anything else. I see that kind of messed up meter and I'm scared.
Yeah. Especially because it's so character defining. Like he is terrifying right now, and in about 5 seconds he will not.
But look at how good a tool Metal Blade is for dealing with this. Every single one of those hits is chunking that meter too. At the same time that it's also wasting a lot of time.
It is. It's really good, and especially because the whole Arsene mode for up smash will take it, and that got a better launcher hitbox. Is that right?
I believe so. Yes.
But since essentially Arsene rewards you for playing better. The less you get hit, the longer you get to keep Arsene. It's an absurd camping tool. I feel like someone's going to optimize the crap out of it and be really lame.
Yeah, it's going to be terrifying. I mean, we've already seen that Dare up smash is a true co-confirm at 40 with Arsene Dare. Yeah, so.
Oh, man.
Look out.
Let's go Dandog's sitting on the floor. Look at him. But we'll see. Yep, sticking with the Joker. I feel like part of this mindset might be
Zubat goes into these sets with Yeti expecting to lose.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
He's assuming he has already lost
his mains against people he thinks he can beat, and then Yeti, he's just already defeated himself.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate getting to hear the music and see the cool background and the characters in the background.
Yeah. Is there a way to change the background color of this one?
It's based on the music.
Okay.
So there's different songs that have different background colors.
Yeah. I think they all look cool, but I like the yellow and blue ones better than the red. The red's a little
I think so too.
grating.
But this one is
but the song's good. Yeah.
And this is the canon one. This is the one that's actually in the game. So it's got its own purpose for sure.
Ooh. Wow, I'm actually a little surprised I whiffed.
And Yeti really catching on to these.
There you see that shield stun nerf. Holy crap.
Yeah, he was able to get out of that right away. Downer comboed into backer because that drift. Let's go, Yeti.
And perhaps even bigger deal is the shield damage, because shield pressure strings that start with projectiles are not going to be the same kind of thing that they were before. Sorry, Alamar.
Yeah, you can tell they don't want you to camp as one. They're like the projectiles themselves.
And then they put this thing in the game.
But the projectiles themselves still hit the same hard for the most part, if not harder. They just don't want you to
It
make them
seems
predictable.
to me that they were not prepared for what would happen when the 1.2 times damage boost from singles got applied to shields and singles.
That's fair.
So I think it makes sense that they did what they did. And I wouldn't be surprised if what happened.
Oh, dirty Gimp with the Metal Blade.
He caught the Metal Blade with the grappling hook, yeah?
No, he just caught Zubat's jump with the Metal Blade.
Okay, yeah.
And then just... I think there's a property...
The Metal Blade, or the grappling hook will also prioritize catching an item that is thrown above him. So I've already seen clips of Peach's Z-dropping turnips and him just catching the turnip and falling to his death. So
No. That time it was the actual interception. And I think with the tether recoveries, you can't do them immediately after being hit. They almost seem to still have the 50 frame thing.
Here's the thing, though. If you die really early into this meter, this is an even game. Honestly.
Lucario-esque.
Lucario-esque. Matt, if you're listening, you need to play this character. But you're not, because too many people play him.
That's...
Anyway.
Back to Brawler. But you see the pellets there also canceling out that Aegon. It's
very, very similar to what we see when we see Mega Man Robin when Scorpio is in this situation,
It's probably a problem for Joker. And you can see Yeti's just looking for either the charge or the Rebel Gauge.
Yep, down smash, though. That was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Cat bus gets me every time. Especially as somebody who has no idea what the hell this game means. It looks cool, though.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Oh, and that's what he's been looking for. He's looking for the trade with the side B with the forward smash. And honestly, Zubat's still in this. He's about to get into Arsene mode. Read the spot dodge with that up tilt, and like literally just any hit's going to put him into Arsene.
Also, as he is behind, it is charging automatically.
There it is.
So he should be able to recover for free, but
forward air. Biggest buff to Mega Man is forward air, for sure.
Especially considering they nerfed all the other things that were in the running for that. Yes, 100%.
Have Yeti moving on to winners finals over Zubat. Zubat may or may not keep Joker in.
Yeah, pretty clean stuff. I think it's definitely a character that makes a lot of sense for him.
No, I didn't mean in future. I meant
in
losers.
No, I know. I just wanted to say that, man.